as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You look at this Arizona defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
If for some reason you doubted Chase's elite ability, how about this? Missed 5 games last season, still reached 1,000 yards and made the Pro Bowl. His name always at the forefront of the game's greatest.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's got a man complete. He may go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Cardinals at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47. You talk about this Bengals defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Murray changing the play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did but a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jones.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it,
and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he'll go down at the 28.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now a quick slant as the throw is complete. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown, 28 yards. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Getting in there and finishing the play off was Myjai Sanders.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver That allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
Ready? 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
11 mighty. Stop.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 2.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Burrow on play action. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. 27 yards there, a first down. 7-7, our score after 1.
On 1, ready?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Slot man moves right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. A good pickup there, 22. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Murray now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. .158 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they bite out 23 more on that one.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Murray now on 1st down.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly? And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Murray. Throw left side complete. That's McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride as the first half is winding down. And the Cards are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Prater for the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now
both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They give to Ingram up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Duvernay in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe
later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On third down, Burrow. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A very solid gain of 27.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
11-90.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there, as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the veteran workhorse, here's James Conner. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Jones on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the Bengal first down.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Stop.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Stop.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
But this defense knows they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway right here.
11 Tommy. Stop.
Another try for Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
And Boyd in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Jones. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Gun.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Let's go.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Evans running behind center, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Up from his safety spot to charge in and make the play, Landon Collins. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Evans. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brought down at the 26. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half.